So I am Adam Goldschmidt, and I'm here to speak to you today about Pixafy and erpCommerce, which is a quick-to-market e-commerce solution for NetSuite users. Like I said, my name is Adam Goldschmidt. I'm the practice director here at Pixafy, and we are a NetSuite sister company. So who is Pixafy? We are an agency, but we're not your traditional e-commerce agency. We call ourselves an erpCommerce agency that's completely and totally laser focused on a single solution, and that's unleashing the potential of our customers' B2B and B2C e-commerce powered by the ERP systems that run their business. As you all know, NetSuite, we're experts in across the ERP spectrum, and we're able to be that one trusted partner that customers call for that erpCommerce experience to give our clients enable our clients' strategic growth, maximize their profitability, and improve efficiency in customer experiences. This doesn't appear in the dictionary, but if you wanted me to define what erpCommerce is, it's an e-commerce solution that enables companies to launch fully transactional, and that's B2B and B2C, as well as fully NetSuite ERP integrated websites that leverage market-leading cloud-based integration and e-commerce platforms in 60 days or less. We've packaged this solution with Adobe Commerce and with Boomi as our middleware to enable companies to go live fast and address their immediate needs that have become magnified with the pandemic over the last year and a half, while also providing them the tools and the platforms that they need to be a forever platform to scale and customize and enhance their business for whatever the future may hold as they embark on their digital commerce journey. When we started this whole erpCommerce thing, we looked to solve a few specific challenges. Number one, that our customers have many disconnected and disparate systems for online commerce and back office operations that need to harmoniously synchronize with one another to provide that experience to the customer, as well as a streamlined operational process to the business. These are companies that have complex e-commerce and integration processes that need to be facilitated by platforms that can support custom requirements. We have customers that need to go live fast, and they need to see that time to value fast. There's also a lack of pre-built integrations for some of these key touch points: orders, shipments, products, inventory, pricing, refunds, customers. While there are solutions out there today, they're not necessarily fabricated for the NetSuite user based on that NetSuite experience. The other solutions in the market also do lack the ability to customize the user experience with content management and personalization tools, as well as to scale that technology with growth and expand the website functionality. A lot of the solutions that customers have been looking at and have been using to date do have some limitations. So what I'd like to do for the next portion of my little spiel here is to talk about the platforms that are key to erpCommerce outside of NetSuite and the value that they bring to the table. And the first that I wanted to speak about is Adobe Commerce. Adobe Commerce has strategically been selected as the e-commerce storefront for erpCommerce. Adobe Commerce formerly is known as Magento Commerce. That might be a name that's familiar to many. It's a Gartner Magic Quadrant market leader for 4 years running in the digital commerce quadrant. And because of the global and complete e-commerce solution and the rich and robust feature set that Adobe Magento provides, as well as deep functionality around both B2B and B2C, and a deep application and partner ecosystem that allow for limitless extensibility, flexibility, and scalability, we're able to take this solution and build it into erpCommerce because of all these features so that customers can go live fast because you don't have to reinvent any of these wheels. I'm not going to talk through each of these points because honestly, we could do a webinar on each of these. But really what Adobe Commerce facilitates and the key features that we like to speak to when we're speaking to NetSuite users in particular are, first off, the ability to engage with your customers and create these beautiful and powerful shopping experiences. Adobe Commerce provides rich content management capabilities and merchandising capabilities. Through using Adobe Sensei technology, we're able to offer up artificial intelligence and machine learning product recommendations and search results. The e-commerce storefront is mobile ready and responsive. As you start to go to market or continue to go to market with your e-commerce solutions, you'll notice that more and more of your customers want to and are going to be accessing your site from mobile devices. So we want to make sure that the user experience is tailored to the device that they're accessing the information from. And the responsive themes that Adobe Commerce provides do that. You're also able to manage multiple sites from a single interface, and this is key when it gets to the integrations. When you integrate with NetSuite, if you have multiple brands or multiple stores or multiple selling models that you employ online, you don't want to have to integrate with NetSuite multiple times. With other platforms, you'll have to have multiple stores to support different product lines, etc., and you'd have to integrate each of those separate sites with NetSuite individually. With Adobe Commerce, you're able to integrate one time with a single interface and farm that data out to multiple web stores. It's a global platform that provides the ability to transact and communicate with your customer in multiple languages and currencies. They provide cloud hosting solutions along with the annual license fees that provide 4.9 uptime, as well as caching and elastic scalability. So if you do flash sales or if you have periods of traffic spikes, the Adobe Cloud will be able to support the traffic with high performance. And again, I spoke about this on the previous slide, but that marketplace of pre-built extensions similar to NetSuite, where you're able to bring in functionality very, very easily to enhance your ERP experience. The same applies with Adobe Commerce. There's a huge application marketplace, the extension marketplace that allows you to bring in functionality to your web stores with minimal development need. I'm going to pivot the conversation over to Boomi. Boomi, formerly owned by Dell, is a best-in-class market-leading integration platform similar to Adobe Commerce that sits in the Gartner Magic Quadrant in that leader segment for the commerce platforms. Boomi, as you can see on my screen, is right there in that leader quadrant as well for integration platforms, for iPaaS integration platforms as a service solutions. The reason why we leverage a Boomi is because we don't want merchants and those are, and customers to be locked into any type of proprietary integration. Boomi is a fully customizable and expandable integration platform, and our customers own their Boomi license. So anything that's being done to control those integrations, you have the freedom and flexibility to work on that internally with dedicated resources and different teams to handle different integrations, but you're never locked into working with a particular customer, with a particular vendor or company. By us using a market-leading solution, it also allows us to extend integrations outside of erpCommerce to other software tools that the business uses. So if you have a company that is running NetSuite and running Adobe Commerce, while Boomi is used and erpCommerce is used to integrate those two endpoints, we can extend that integration and those integrations into multiple endpoints if we needed to support integrations into a CRM system, EDI partners, 3PL partners, and there's a huge library of pre-built connectors on Boomi that allow us to connect rather easily into different applications. And again, similar to NetSuite, similar to Adobe Commerce, we want to leverage those market-leading solutions because of the community of resources that know the platform, the training resources that are available, so that our customers can build out their own skill set and enhance the integrations and manage these integrations on their own. So the next part of the conversation is I want to talk a little bit about what erpCommerce does. Obviously NetSuite is going to be the source of truth, that runs the online business from a data perspective. So how is erpCommerce going to facilitate that? So what we're looking at on the screen are all of the touch points that are capable through erpCommerce. If you look at everything that's above the lines on the left and the right side, those are what we call the standard touch points. Those are the workflows that we've been able to standardize for all users so that these are core to the platform and every customer who pays their annual license for erpCommerce gets access to these data touch points. We'll talk about each of those that are above the line in a minute, but what I also wanted to draw your attention to are the touch points listed below the line. Those are other integrations that can be facilitated through the connectors through our erpCommerce solution. We have not standardized those as part of the core solution because for many of these processes, companies have very specific workflows, and it's really quite difficult to standardize that. So we really wanted to when we built this product, we set out to standardize what could be standardized, but leave room for flexibility and customization for the companies that need that. So when we look at RMAs and returns, or quoting processes, or making payments against open invoices that aren't necessarily directly related to an e-commerce transaction, those are things that all can be facilitated through the platform as well. So the first standard touch point that we enable through the platform is product. So if you create a product in NetSuite, and of course we can filter that and only use certain products by certain definitions, but we would basically take any data that you have on the product level in NetSuite and bring that over to e-commerce, to Adobe Commerce, so that we can have the connection into NetSuite to pull the ensuing product and pricing and order workflows that are going to come back. But this basically makes sure that any product that exists in your e-commerce platform is connected to that product in NetSuite. Once we've got that product data in, a constant process that we'll be running is syncing in the inventory from NetSuite. We want to streamline that order process. We want to make sure that the customer can only buy items that are available for purchase to them, and we have the capabilities to configure erpCommerce to support multiple warehouses and allocation business logic that could potentially be managed within NetSuite. Once we've got, and this is really primarily a B2B price point here, but once we've got that product data in, if you are a company that uses negotiated pricing or customer specific pricing for your B2B customers, we'll actually pull that price over from NetSuite into Adobe Commerce as the customer is browsing the site as well. On the topic of customers, there are separate processes that we have for B2B and B2C. Generally speaking, a B2C customer will completely be managed in Adobe Commerce and will sync their orders over to a holder like a B2B web, a B2C web type of customer in NetSuite. So all of your B2C customers don't necessarily get NetSuite customer accounts, but for your B2B customers and these companies that do have accounts set up in NetSuite, we will automatically create user accounts for them on Adobe Commerce. We'll give you the capability to modify the notifications that they get when these accounts are created to let them know that they can log in and access your site. And we also have the capability to provide different levels of permissions and user roles that we can sync up based on identifiers in NetSuite to make sure that on the e-commerce side, these individual users get the experience that the business wants them to have. When orders are placed, we'll sync those orders over to NetSuite from Adobe Commerce, and similarly, if there's an order that's entered directly into the ERP system, we'll sync those back. We have workflows to support both credit card and on-account purchases for B2B customers. As these orders get processed and invoiced through NetSuite, we'll sync those invoices over to Adobe Commerce. And then as those orders get shipped and fulfilled, we'll also bring those shipment records over to Adobe Commerce so that you can let the customer know their goods are on their way. erpCommerce is packaged up into an annual subscription that costs $36,000. With that, you get an Adobe Commerce core setup of your web store. We have a default theme that's used. You can modify the color scheme, the logos, any of the content, fonts, anything you need to do from a branding perspective can be managed directly in the Adobe Commerce admin interface. We include the Boomi license with that. That's a 2 endpoint license to support NetSuite and Adobe. But like I said, if we needed to extend that out to other platforms, we can, and we can add additional endpoints there. You get the 7 standard touch points that we just spent some time talking about. And we'll also install a plugin to Adobe Commerce that if you didn't want to have to go into Boomi to manage your integrations, you have the capability to configure and manage the integration directly in Adobe Commerce. And for anyone who's interested, we'd be more than glad to demo any of these things for you. We'll configure the NetSuite Boomi connector as well to get the data flowing to Boomi, in and out of NetSuite to Boomi, as well as integration support and maintenance that we'll provide within that annual license. We'll make sure that that integration is always running. If there's data issues, if there's been changes made to the e-commerce site or the ERP that need to be addressed, we'll make sure that everything is taken care of. The only thing this license does not include is the Adobe Commerce license cost. That would go directly to Adobe, and that's something that we would bring Adobe into the conversation for so that we can get their figures as well. For customers who are already running Magento or Adobe Commerce, we also do have an integration-only license. Presuming you're already running NetSuite, of course, we'll come in and give you everything that we would for the $36,000, but we wouldn't need to set up the web store and configure that web store, so the price point is a little bit lower, but you get everything the same as far as an integration goes from connecting the systems. So again, just to summarize, what customers who are winning with erpCommerce are seeing as the benefits of the solution. erpCommerce is a solution that can take you from 0 to integrated commerce in 60 days. It's a pre-built but fully customizable and extendable integration platform. There's a huge ecosystem of resources across all of the platforms that we support through erpCommerce that are market-leading, industry-leading solutions that, again, provide limitless customization and configuration. And to the points that others made earlier, we really look at this as business process-driven technology and not the other way around. This is not technology-driven business processes. We want your NetSuite ERP to be the source of truth that runs the online business, and erpCommerce is set up to do so. So with that, I just wanted to thank you all for giving me some time and for joining us today. My contact information is on the screen. My phone number, my email. You can reach out to us on any of our social channels, both for Net@Work and Pixafy. And look forward to connecting with you all again in the not too distant future.